Hello traders, this is Rich Derrick from tradesight. This is the preview for our leading stocks based on our scans for this coming session. That's going to be for Thursday, April 4th, 2013. We have a pretty broad-based distribution day with some real technical damage being done in the market. From our NASDAQ leaders, we've got a couple of buys and also a couple of sells. I would definitely note the CPS sell conditions here. In a lot of these names, those are usually noteworthy and very capable of following through. At the same time, we do have a couple of buy indications, and what I would do is I'd keep an eye on the buy indications, because if we are oversold enough for a bounce, the ones that are already showing some signs of strength today will be the best candidates tomorrow. A couple of volume bumps here. I've got a volume bump in Altera that's got a downside CPS sell signal. Big volume bump in Netflix. We were able to catch that break on the short side and had a really nice play in that today, and also seen a pretty good bump in Sina. Moving on to the financials, they were very weak today, but we're not getting a lot of sell signals. We only have one CPS in the CME group, but there is a fair amount of volume in a couple of the names. We play the FAS ETF short today as our surrogate for that, and made out real nicely with that one. Definitely keep an eye on these. You can pause the video if you want, just to jot down the ones that have the volume bumps. Those are highlighted in green. Moving on to the energy names, they were really weak today. A lot of these names are well below the open. CHK is a downside sell signal, more than 3% below the open. Devon was 2% below the open on so-so volume. That also has a downside CPS sell signal. The one that really jumps out is Valero. Just got smacked today, 4.5% below the open on almost 2 times its typical volume. The generals, not a lot of signals here, but definitely some volume we're tracking. Caterpillar actually is winding up with a camouflage buy signal, meaning it's lower on the day but closing above the open on volume. So that'll be on my list tomorrow. The other thing is HPQ, definitely going to be on the list tomorrow. It's still conflicted right here now, but there's definitely a potential of a rollover here. The pattern on the daily chart does have a 13 exhaustion in the seeker in place, so beware of that. Walmart, which is usually a defensive stock, has a camouflage sell signal. That one is up on the day but closing below the open. Housing stocks, Hovnanian, really weak today, 6.25% below the open on pretty good volume. Also DHI, very weak on volume too, and Toll Brothers. Those 3 names are definitely on my list for tomorrow. And for the commodities, ABX, really weak. A lot of these gold names were weak today. They just kind of sold everything today, except for the treasuries. ABX really weak, 5% below the open on big volume. Monsanto, weak on volume. Double G, gold stock, lower by 3% off the open on volume. So definitely make sure that these are on your radar. A lot of these precious metal miners are coming to key support at the prior swing low, so be aware of where those levels are. They're all a little bit different for the individual names, but if you're going to be trading a name, make sure you're aware of that level. It's going to be very important. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich Derrick for tradesight.